What's up, guys? GK here with Corbin's Archery. How good does that bow look? I mean, just that color. I love the limbs. That looks awesome. I have here the new RX9 Ultra. Now, a little bit different from their RX8 Ultra in a few key features that we'll highlight on in just a second, but this is one of their flagship new carbons for 2025. New features. We got a new short stab here, a new HBX Gen 4 cam system, shortened the axle to axle a little bit, and maybe made it a tick lighter. So we'll see. Also, new on the Hoyts this year is the split yoke system here on the cam. So I love a split yoke system. But let's dive in to the specs and features of the RX9 Ultra. So right out of the gate, we got a 33.5-inch axle-to-axle, 6 3/8 inch brace height, so a very forgiving and stable platform. Draw length adjustment with their mods here, 26 to 31 inches. I believe there's a long draw option in this platform. I want to say it requires new limbs, but it will go up to 32 inches. Got to double check on that. But comes stock 26 to 31 inches. Now on the new Gen 4 cams with your new mods, they have a few more mods this year. The module adjustment is still 1/4 of an inch, so if you're 29 and you want to try 28 3/4, you can make that 1/4 inch adjustment. However, your mods are only going to range 3/4 of an inch. So if you're in between 28 1/4 and 29, you'll get that mod. That's only 3/4 of an inch of adjustment, not a full inch range of adjustment, if that makes sense. So 4.3 pounds physical weight, IBO's at 340. It's a lot faster than their previous models, and still available in 40 through 80 pound limb options for the RX8 Ultra. Price point has increased slightly to $21.50 bare bow. Yikes. But carbon is durable. It is warm to the touch. It's going to last a long time. Hoyt's known for their awesome dry fire tests that they do there. But $21.50 bare bow, that's a lot for a bare bow, but carbon, always a little bit more pricier than aluminum. So just got something to keep in mind. If you want a bow that's going to last, could be the one right here. We already hit the short stab, but let's get some measurements on this thing. I'm really anxious to get a speed. This has always been my favorite Hoyt platform. I love the carbon ultras. Longer, more stable. They just seem to hold a lot better. Just my personal opinion, of course, but I like me a longer axle-to-axle bow. So let's get some measurements right quick. Still going to be able to run your Picatinny sights, your integrated rest, all that good stuff. All right, we're looking for 33.5 on the axle-to-axle. This one's a little shy, or a little long, excuse me. This is almost at 33 5/8, so a little long there. That's all right. 6 and what was the measurement? 6 3/8 on the brace. That one's spot on. So a little bit long on the axle-to-axle. That's okay though. Physical weight. Already know that from the previous videos. The short stab weighs 0.2 to 0.3. The rest weighs 0.2 or 0.3. So for this to be correct with 4.3, we should be looking at 4.8 to 5 pounds on the bow right now with that stuff on it. 4.7 to 4.8, so even better. It's definitely 4.3 without all that stuff on it. So good job on the weight there, guys. Man, I love that Ultra platform. I love their grip. I don't talk enough about their grip, but it's probably one of my favorites in the archery game itself. That comes on the bows. Now, there's a bunch of good aftermarket grips for other bows, but the stock Hoyt grip has always been a favorite. So let's make sure we're pulling 70 pounds so we can do an accurate test here for the speed. That is close enough for me. 69.9. So, good, accurate, rounded up to 70 number there. I think I've hit all the highlights. Still using the spacer system. Still have to have a bow press to tune these bows, but they are very simple to tune if you do have a press, so nothing negative there. On the Gen 4, still have the adjustable back wall settings and the 75 to 85% let off adjustment on your cam there. So, super clean, super good looking bow here. Yeah, let's go back there and get a speed. I'm anxious to shoot it, see how much faster it is, and kind of talk about the draw cycle and the new cam on the Hoyt RX9 Ultra. Let's go. The Garmin is warmed up and ready. We have the RX9 Ultra at 29 inches, 70 pounds, 85% let off, 450 grain arrow. Shoot a few, get a average speed here, and then we'll shoot a few more and talk about the draw cycle. Whew, 290. How about that? 290. Did not expect to see that out of this bow with 450 grain arrow with this setup. All right, we got a big jump. That's 287. So we got a 290, a 287. .287 again. Let me shoot one more, just when I get that consistent average. I don't know where 290 came from. Maybe the Garmin was just a little excited for this bow. Just wanted to add a few more. I don't know. Last two have been 286.8, so rounded up to 287. Let's see. .287.1. That is pretty consistent for me. So 287 on the RX9 Ultra. That's a lot faster than last year's for sure. Let's shoot a few more. Let's talk about the draw cycle and we'll wrap it up. I think with this new Gen 4 cam, it's going to be pretty common across all their bows. Typically, the older Hoyts, they dropped off into a valley and just kind of sunk into that back wall. Now that they've targeted speed this year with this bow, it's just going to be a more continuous pull. Not aggressive in any way, still a solid back wall, but you're just not used to that initial stiff and then it smooths over that valley, gets right back in there, kind of gets over that hump and sits in there. This one, similar with the RX9, just a continuous pull back. A little stiffer, but I mean, you got to get speed somewhere. Not bad though, like just a continuous pull, something you could definitely easily get used to. It's got some pop to it. It's got some speed. Still super dead. I don't know if it's just in here or what. This one seems a little louder than the RX9, but could just be the echoing going on in this metal building. But yeah, just continuous draw cycle. Nothing bad. Definitely can get used to it. I prefer just a continuous pull over one that humps, drops in there, and I don't know, you kind of get lazy with it and all that stuff. This one just feels pretty solid. Continuous pull, stable. This thing's going to be a shooter. Yeah, no vibration in the carbon frame here. Maybe just a hair louder. I don't know. I'm going to bet it's because it's in here, but really solid bow. I don't know. Personally, kind of digging the 9 just because it's a little bit faster. That's something different for me. I typically love the Ultra more. Yeah, I don't know, maybe just a hair louder. I don't know if it's because it's in here or what, but I'm more of a fan of a continuous pull draw cycle versus one that's real stiff and then it goes, like, it's the best way I can explain it. Come shoot them yourself though, that way you can understand kind of what I'm saying. Anyone that's shot the previous Hoyts can kind of understand what I'm talking about. The first couple inches stiff, goes over that hump, breaks down in that valley, and you just settle into that back wall. This one's just a continuous pull. There's no extras going on in that draw cycle. So really solid bow. We're getting a solid speed out of this thing. 33.5-inch axle with a 450 grain arrow at 70 pounds, and we're averaging 287. Like, that's pretty good. Typically with that setup, we see 280 to 284 max. So definitely add some speed to their carbons this year, which is awesome. So let's go back in there and wrap it up and talk about the RX9 Ultra. Well, all right, you guys, that was the speed and kind of short overview of the RX9 Ultra from Hoyt. Pretty solid design. Different draw cycle, different kind of feel, but they've added some speed, and you can initially tell in the shot that this thing has some pop to it. I've always loved Hoyt's kind of color schemes. I think the limbs look sick with this color scheme. Personally, this is the bourbon this is just a solid bourbon bow here. But again, just some key features that Hoyt did. They shortened the axle to axle, 33.5, 6 3/8 brace height there. Still available in 40 to 80 pounds. Definitely increased some speed, maybe made it a hair lightweight. Still no vibration in this bow, in the carbon platform. Really, really solid. Durable bow. They're proud of their carbons and their extreme testing that they do on them. So you know that they stand behind these carbons when they put all that testing into it. So really solid. Come shoot them. Come check them out yourself. Guys, this is just kind of an overview of what everyone's dropped. But again, you have to be the one to shoot it. Come by bow shops. We all have these bows at both of our locations. Definitely shoot them. Shoot them side by side with another bow that you're thinking about. And just kind of let you know what you think. But 2150 is kind of the kicker there. So come shoot them. If you're in love with the bow, you can justify all that stuff, but bow feels really solid in the hand. So that's all we got for the RX9 Ultra. Stay tuned for more bow reviews and all the new videos dropping. There's a ton of new products coming out for 2025, which is exciting. But yeah, if y'all need anything, call the shop, let us know. Thank you guys for the support. And this was the RX9 Ultra new from Hoyt. Thanks, guys.